Hi, this is Dale. Hey, I just tore down an engine on a 1970 little Honda Trail 70. Called CT70. This one is an H engine, which uses a manual clutch. But anyway, when I tore this thing down, had no oil engine in it, and no sign that there had been oil in it for, you know, who knows how long, how many decades. There was no rust of any kind, but there was this kind of green and yellowish coating on stuff, and everything had it, and everything was seized up in this engine. Absolutely everything. Every part that was in the engine, like the oil pump and timing, idler gears, and everything in the transmission, all the bearings, everything in this thing was seized up, 100%. And no matter what I tried, it really didn't work. So I'll tell you how I did it here, coming up here in this part of the video that I'm going to show you. But it was difficult. So I'm going to throw it out there. If people out there in the YouTube land have seen this and they know of a chemical or something that would work to free it up, because hopefully this is the last one I ever see of this, but who knows? It could be. I've got a whole bunch of these little Hondas I got to do. I'm going to make some videos on them as I go, but maybe I might run across it again. So if you've seen it, really, come and let me know. So we'll go now and take a look at this motor. Whoa, let me back up. Let's call it an engine. All right. Well, this is the clutch cover. This is off of a 1970 Honda CT70H, which is the manual clutch version, which was the rarer of the breed that year. And I've got the bike. Bike's absolutely perfect. But when I got the bike, somebody had put a engine on it that was the automatic clutch, and in all the stuff was this engine, and it was totally seized up. And when I tore it apart, I mean everything is seized up, but no rust, no corrosion, other than this. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of white corrosion in here, but that's about the only spot in the whole engine was like that. But there's this, I don't know if I picked it up on the camera or not, but a yellowish, greenish kind of stuff, and it's all over everything. And I soaked the parts. I soaked it in WD-40. I soaked it in automatic transmission fluid. No matter what I did, it wouldn't free it up, any of it. And I mean, like every gear, every bearing, piston was stuck in the cylinder. I still got to attack the head because the valves are stuck. But once I'm not going to get this freed up easily by soaking it, I ended up changing out my blast can, putting fine soda blasting media in it, blasting absolutely everything. Then I used my heat gun, started just heating up my parts, and just slowly, working my parts back and forth, like the bearings and the gears on the transmission, and everything started just freeing up a little bit at a time. And finally, I got everything done except for the piston. I could not get the piston out of the cylinder, so I ended up drilling the piston, then cracking it and getting it out. But the funny thing was, I honed the cylinder out, and it mic'd out perfect. Really nice looking hatch pattern in the cylinder. So I had no corrosion. And same thing with all the roller bearings and stuff. Completely froze up. But once I'm done with doing one, I don't know if I can right here and find one. Yeah, in this one here. So once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and replace these. But they're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. I just don't trust them just because of how corroded they were. But they were completely froze up, had that green stuff on them. And no matter what I used, I mean, I tried using lacquer thinner and acetone. Nothing would get rid of this green stuff, right? I've seen insects get into engines and transmission cases and stuff and just destroy things. But there was no sign of that. There was no signs of any kind of dirt or straw or you know, if it was insects, it'd be some kind of hulls and stuff in there. No, nothing at all like that. So I'm just in this mystery mode as far as this engine goes. So thanks for watching this.